These days it feels much easier to remember my grandma's stories. Is it because I'm older and I finally understand the meanings? Or is it because we are the drivers in the family and no longer passengers like when we were kids? My grandma would always tell me and my sister about the times when she was growing up at the beginning of the 20th century. The one story that sticks out the most in her is her one pair of shoes story. It all started when we would ask for a new pair of shoes, even if we had 6 or 7 other pairs. Because she was living in the same house with my parents, the same house that she had built with her own 2 hands, she would always try to give us an advice or tell us a story, hoping that we'll learn something from it. The story that I've heard the most is about her growing up and having just one pair of shoes. That pair of shoes were being used only for Sunday church or for special occasions like weddings and funerals. The rest of the time she would walk barefoot. It was not because you could not find shoes to buy, but it was because she had 3 older brothers that needed shoes and clothing to attend school. In those times, the older boys were sent to school while the girls would help around the house. In spite of the hard conditions that she grew up, in spite of the fact that her husband died in World War II, she had managed to raise on her own 2 boys, my father 1 year old and my uncle 3 year old at that time. I would always cherish her memory and I will always try to remember her stories and their life lessons.